in recording, I think for an amateur rapper who's just, going for their first session, I think obviously because, recording in a professional studio costs money. So even for me, I would practice for about a week, your verses, your hooks, like so that, you're not looking at, your lyrics in the studio. You're not trying to figure out, oh, there's not enough syllables to finish a sentence, or this is not fitting. You should go in there memorizing your lyrics so that you can just perform and give the the best take. Because at the end of the day, if you don't know your lyrics, half your focus is on trying to get the lyrics through your brain into your coming out of your mouth. So I'd rather you'd rather go in knowing everything so you can just give the best expressions through having it memorized. And secondly, also knowing exactly what you're there to do, and kind of being prepared, with having, because obviously it does cost money, and most studios, as soon as it hits the clock, another person is there coming into the studio. So there's studio etiquette that you learn over the years, and it's about being prepared, having the right format of the beat, for the session, and knowing what the sample rate of the session is, so you can tell the engineer, or the producer will let you know that information, and just coming with a USB and stuff, and not wasting time. The most important thing is, if you've paid for 2 hours, you want to make the full use of that 2 hours, and you don't want to let any moment of those 2 hours go to waste, and you want to get as much as your money's worth. You should always, let your tone be in relativity to your speaking voice. So if you know your speaking voice is at this level, right? And I know I can go, I spit retarded, bombarded, don't beat some God. I'm rapping in my speaking voice. But knowing that I can go, I spit retarded, bombarded, or I can, I spit retarded, bombarded, don't beat. Knowing that, my vocal tone, my speaking voice is here in my range, and I can go high, I can go low, I can go, I spit retarded, bombarded, I spit retarded. It's just about adding different extra, pulling back or adding more energy or effort, to switch up the tone. We do this with layering, when we want to, make the delivery of the voice sound thicker with, many layers. So let's say I'm rapping in my normal tone, but I want to add a layer of whispery. So and I layer that on top, almost identical in the same way that I've rapped it, and same rhythm. Just the attributes of the voice change. That I'm not giving extra power. I'm not giving more bass. I'm taking out the bass. It's the same way, like I'm basically like equalizing and taking out the lows of my voice. I'm adding more lows because I want to do a deeper voice. So you're kind of, let's just think of yourself as a choir. You've got your sopranos, which is your high part. Think of yourself as you've got a baritone in your voice. You've got a alto and a tenor in your voice, which is the middle guy. And you can use your voice as a full choir. You can use different parts of it to achieve different things. Devil, when we've worked on songs like Smoke, when he's talking to a girl, when he wanted to come in and be a bit sexy, when you think of sexy, like old school guys, like
I'll give them an example. Like when I was saying, so I wanted to say this thing, like जो भी फुकाओ बोल फुकेगी तो सही ना हाँ एक बार शुरू बोल रुकेगी तो नहीं ना हाँ. Then I get friendly with the girl. हुआ 1 महीना तो सोबर क्यों है मीठी जबान पे ये गोबर क्यों है रोलर हूँ मैं स्टोनर तू है. So because I'm friendly now with the girl, after approaching her, now my tone has changed, because now I'm more confident speaking to her. Before I was just like asking like, hey, would you like to chill with us, would you like to come and hang out with us, like that's when you try to play it low with a girl, like trying to show that you're not too hyper. So I changed my tone in a manner that I sound very very chilled out to a girl, like he's very chilled out, he's not too nervous. So that's why I made like a tone like, hey,
So it is what the song, asks of you. Like with Konetu, I started with a lower tone because, I'm setting the tone. And then on top of that, I come in super hard because it's also what the beat asks from you. If the beat is super crowded, your voice is not going to cut through with Jo bhi fukao.
Yes,
Whatever
absolutely.
there. You know, it was a very chill beat, so he went like that. For me on Cornetto, it was so much chaos going on.
And
my
also,
voice needed to cut through.
his
you know?
mood for Cornetto was he wanted to prove himself. So he
Yeah.
wanted to go aggressive. That's why he
Yeah.
went on a higher note. If he just wanted to woo a girl, he would have been just sitting like a guy sitting on a
Yeah.
couch and talking to a girl. So
Exactly.
it's about the mood. I remember when I used to study like theater and drama and everything, we used
Same
to go
with
for these
acting, yeah.
workshops. The director would tell us that take a sentence and say it in different moods. Like say it sad in a sad way, in an angry manner. Say it like as if like you have to go.
Yeah.
To the washroom, like you're getting a pressure and then you're talking something. So these are like some acting practices which are also
For sure.
can be utilized in your music, in your recording. If you're a recording artist, these things really come in handy because then you know how to change your tone as per your mood, and that's where like you train your vocal cords to bring out that voice. If I have to go low, I would just go like, yeah, what's up, yo? What do you want? And if I just have to go like really, really like my evil, devilish side, I'm like, hey, kya bolti tu? Kaise hai tu? Haan, kya bolti hai? It's like, yeah.
And I think the best rappers have signature voices, but they know how to, explore their entire, all their capabilities like vocally.
They can variate the same style but in different voices.
Yeah, like even someone like Biggie, right? On a song like "Give Me the Loot," he plays two roles. So he goes, he starts off, telling a story, and he's got one who. My man, if left a tech in a 9 at my crib, then he go, motherfucking right, my pockets looking kind of tight, and I'm stressed.
Even Eminem did that in the Stan song.
Yeah,
that's
it's
amazing.
about,
what
if
they
you're
do,
playing,
man.
if you're a storyteller and you're trying to have two parts of the story, like same way that Evil did on Hip Hop Bajega, you had that thing.
Right.
It's about adjusting your voice to make yourself sound like, a different person. Eminem does it all the time when he wants to speak like a girl who's speaking to him.
He's done that in a song called Stan when he was talking as his fan also. So he wanted to make himself sound like a fan.
Even like Just Lose It, a bunch of these songs where he's talking.
My name is.
He's talking as a girl, speaking to him. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
like
yeah,
He
he does
put on
that
a girl's
also.
voice or a higher voice or
Yeah,
whatever.
he does something like,
Oh God, you know,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Slim Shady, I'm the reason
Yeah,
D12, baby. All that type of things. So yeah, 100%. Change up your voice for different things. When you're recording a rap, normally you're gonna keep it in mono, which means one voice, right? What we do to layer and accentuate certain words and put emphasis on certain words, we'll record. We'll do another take on that same rap, hearing that same rap we've recorded, and we'll just punch in the last few words of each line. And those are called stabs. We're stabbing in the last two words. And what that does is it basically puts emphasis on the last words of each sentence, which is the rhyme, So that's one important thing. Then you've got within the spaces of each line, within the syllables that are taking up each bar, if there's a space in between each line, people put ad-libs. And what ad-libs are is also narration, I guess, in some ways, but you're kind of commenting on in between each line. So if there's a line talking about money, I might say bunny or cash, or something like that.
Yeah.
Most rappers have a signature ad-lib. So someone like Divine has the ha. You know what I mean? And I've got like a yeah or Shah Rule, that type of thing. Like I've got those type of things. Let's say, a famous Kanye has yeah, or even 50 Cent has it's the boy.
Our cypher verses also have it like when I say Bombay mein awa jitna kaiko hai, हाँ, Gully gang mein rapper sab psycho hai. Fir
Yeah, exactly. Those are the it's the commentary in between, and it kind of links each track together.
It's just for fun so that we try it out. It's like
And it's always mix-wise. It's always kept towards the back, like even laughs and stuff, and different like these little sounds that that we do like
yeah, yo,
or even
up?
like oh damn, those type of things. Any like non kind of, and you don't want to fill too much there because it's in between each line.
No, I'll give an example where I used ad-libs for the right reason is that there was one time when I was trying to do this chorus, I was trying it out and there was nothing that was bringing energy into that chorus. It was just me saying lines and the drums playing and the beat playing.
Yeah.
So I added like after every line, I added like a hey, hey, hey,
Yeah.
hey. So that hey actually made it like gave it a feel like that, as if people are yelling hey for me. So it was bringing more energy. So you just try to create this mental imaginary thing using your vocals and your voices and everything, just to make it interesting, give people like sort of an imagination. Because sometimes people think, okay, what might be that sound coming from the background? Like they start imagining and they start picturizing, like, you know, how the song would be and what the artist is trying to say and what he's trying to do, the mood is trying to set.
I think it just adds like a different spectrum to the track. You've got the main thing, which is telling the story, but you've got this narrator, even though you've got that same narrator, which is the intro and outro, but he's in between kind of telling you, you know, like little things. So I think stabs and ad-libs are like two important things with, like when I ask, because I mix and master as well, when I ask another rapper to send me their vocals, I always say, give me one lead track, give me 2 stabs so I can pan them left and right, and give me like plenty of ad-libs so I can just chop up and choose the best ones and stuff. Because I think in terms of those, I just gave away some great secrets. So, you know, you go take that and do some crazy stuff with it. But what I'm trying to say is it kind of gives, you know, the engineer enough to work with, you know, that you have like, you know, enough layers. You give them a full spectrum, not just one voice of rapping, you know, because people will get bored with just, you know, one voice of rapping on a beat, unless you're Drake and, you know, you can do that. I think also most important thing, reference as much as possible. Like in every lesson we say reference. So go and listen to other rappers. If you hear Snoop Dogg, the amount of stabs he does and in voices, so he'll go in the same voice, the last 2 words, smoked up, then he go smoked up,
For shizzle.
and then smoked up. You know, he'll do it in these 3 layers, and when it comes up together, oh, it sounds like beautiful, and you wouldn't even know unless you really hear for them, but it creates such a vibe.
And
you know,
I've heard Snoop Dogg singing like rap in different voice tones and
he
everything.
has those voices. Snoop Dogg's a great example.
He's gangster, bro.
He's got his nasally, na I don't do it, and then he goes, na I don't do it, you know, he can really, you know, flawlessly go through. Even someone like Busta Rhymes on a song like Touch It, Bring It, he goes, nobody bringing the sound. You know, flawlessly going in between these voices, right away the listener's like, damn, how are we gonna, you know, like this is like keeping me every 4 bars keeping me in
this
check,
is like a
you
new
know?
version of Busta I'm hearing. It's
Exactly.
like
It, you know, everyone has few sides to them. Mama Gem and I have 2 sides to me. But I'm saying everyone has these different voices. So like Kendrick, great example. He has his, you know, and then also the you know, he's got his, I like to call it the vocal toolkit, you know, like knowing what's your...
I think all the
you know?
rappers have, I've heard it like mostly from
Every
rappers like
rapper,
Kendrick or Eminem most of the times,
Yeah.
because Eminem also had like an alter ego, like a different
For
persona,
sure.
like called
Yeah.
Slim Shady. So his Slim Shady voice is different.
And it was more nasally.
Yeah,
It was
more nasal and
yeah.
more annoying, because he wanted to show the character as an annoying character
guy.
from the trailer park. You know,
Yeah.
that was a reflection of America. He wanted to show how a common man in America is. Then he went on to his Eminem voice, where he would rap about, I'm not afraid.
Yeah. I think a great exercise, which I used to do as a kid, when you reference like different vocal tones. So I would write a rap, and I would say the first 4 bars, let me try it in a ludicrous style. So, you know, I would try basically doing speed up flows, and, you know, try and do first 4 bars in ludicrous style, second bars in Snoop Dogg style, and the last 4 bars in a Busta Rhymes style. So you would get used to kind of exercising these type of parts of your voices, and once you know how to do it over time, you kind of come up with, you know, what's available in your vocal toolkit. Like, can I go this low? Can I really, how high can I push my voice, you know, and where does it fit nicely? Is it comfortable for my voice? So I think if you practice and kind of reference, okay, I need to do a similar type Eminem voice on this part because it kind of dictates me to do that. Can I do a similar type Busta Rhymes because I'm going angry on this part? You know, like that type of vibe. And once you exercise those things, like just same way when you go to the gym, you exercise those parts and those techniques, then you start, you know, being creative and doing stuff with those voices and changing it and making it your own over time.
Before I knew what a vocal tone is and how to adjust your tone and everything, what I only knew was the scale of the song, or like the pitch of the instruments that are there in the song. According to that, automatically I would try to match that on the beat. Like for example, if I'm playing a beat that is mellow, automatically now a very mellow tone comes out of my voice.
Yeah.
Because sonically I'm training my ears and my brain to connect together for me to understand what vocal tone I need to come out with. If it's a song with like a big guitar riff like gang, 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 I would always go like yeah, I would go like that. But if it's something like it's a keyboard like tring, 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 tring. If it's something on those lines, then I would go like क्या बोलती तू शॉरी आके मेरे को मिल तुझे कैसे मिलूं अपना दिल कैसे आके. So automatically by the scale of the song, a lot of people don't understand music that very well, but I also did not understand music at one point, but by listening to a lot of songs, different beats of different moods, my vocal tone kind of trained itself to come out automatically.
Agreed.
That happened with every rapper, almost all the rappers.
100%. I think overall, when it comes to, developing your tone and figuring out your voice, it all comes with practice. It all comes with, trying things out and experimenting. There's no right or wrong. And, my voice has changed over times because, like when you're a teen, your voice is up here and, your voice cracks and then suddenly you develop that manly voice and start want to use it like that and all that. So it's just about, really experimenting as much as you can. On songs like, a song like ours that we have Smoke, we go lower in tone. On a song like Lax or Konetu, because it asks of us, we go higher, So it's also about what the song asks of you and, knowing what you can bring to a song vocally and, kind of building those skills over time. And also making it signature so that your fans, as soon as you hit a song, they know it's you,
When you're making a song, when you lay down your vocals, when you lay your ad-libs, just play, just have fun on the mic. Just try to be yourself and have fun on the mic. Like my growl came because that's the first time I did Jungli Sher, and the song was called Jungli Sher. I wanted to come off with a growl, so it went very well with that topic and it stuck with me. Also, I heard it first with DMX, क्योंकि DMX हमेशा करते रहता था and I used to like it the most. Like अभी स्कू जो होते रहता है अस्कर जो करते रहते हैं अभी नया रैप में. Like it sounds good in some songs and some people really do it well and I feel like ad-libs is something that that should be playful. Just play with it. Just have fun in the studio when you're doing ad-libs and making taglines. These are fun things that you should do in the studio. Go with your friends, just have fun and you never know, that will be your signature ad-lib then.